Mochi getting comfy? Oh, good girl. Hi. Oh, thank you. Hello, everyone. I wasn't planning to do a draw with me, but there's a sleepy Mochi in my lap now. She was a howling outside Mom's room because I had to make my bed, and bed wasn't ready yet, so she couldn't come in. So now she's like, I'm never letting you go. So, hello, everyone. Oh, there I am. Let me scoot in a little. Ew. I also have messy hair because I don't brush my hair unless I have to, because that's why I locked it up. So if you haven't noticed, I'm a little sleepier today. The last few draw with me's have been exactly what I'm not feeling right now, which is I was on cloud 11,100 and soaring through the sky because I was just coming up with ideas left and right, and I still am. Of course, every time I look at this picture, I'm just like, oh, what if? No, stop. But I'm gonna lock in, and I just wanted to say hi before I probably cut to the action, because today is shading day, and potentially, if I'm really good about it timing-wise, I think we might finish it today. We're really close. Essentially, I blocked all of the shading in roughly. I did a very rough pass of shading for every character, just to A, give me an idea of what everybody's overall shading is going to look like, and B, to help me finalize the lighting, because that's also where I think the last phase of this is going to take us. The hardest challenge for me in this entire picture is how are we going to balance everything. There's so much that I threw into this picture that I really kind of still want to keep throwing stuff in, but there's just no more room. So, couple things you may notice since we came back. I'm assuming because this is after the speed paint is out, the Gaster hand finally is in now. I don't know. I still am like in love with this being the player's hands and not Kris's hands anymore, because they're coming from the outside in, so they're an external source, literally like an alien is taking over Kris's body. But I wanted to also, I guess, showcase my real-time process of how I do cell shading, because I have no footage of that really at the moment. So again, right now, I'm just kind of giving you a play-by-play of every single step in the process, and then probably going forward for pictures like, I don't know, I'm just making a bunch right now just to get a feel for it and see what you guys want. And then as things get more intense or more in-depth or more detail, I will exclusively make draw with me's for those sections. So like line art, that's going to be a constant. You're always going to see me doing line art because it's my favorite part and probably takes me the longest. So the wait time will probably be the longest between like me finishing and starting line art. But after that, shading and coloring usually is pretty chill. Just to make it even more obvious of how much the stuff that looks really intense and fancy is not as much as you think. This is just my hand masked out. I'm just adding my hand on a layer style and on a clipping mask. Same for this picture. This is just my hand and I just kept the palm in. And on vivid light, it looks really cool. So I didn't shade that. So there's just a lot of really simple things that you can get away with that look really, really cool and didn't take any effort at all. So what we added and what is left, let me turn on my key, which also, for context, this is an app called KeyViz. I like it a lot. It's very customizable, so you can see my mouse. What we added was just the ZXC keys that you can see over here. Very faintly added in. We're probably going to Gaussian blur that. We added the shading to Susie, Ralsei, and Kris, and a little bit of rim lighting to Kris as well. So today's challenge is finalizing cell shading. And I wanted to come over here and show you exactly what I'm going to be looking at for the whole shading process. So this is my lighting tab in my Pinterest link, which again you can access via the compilation or the color tutorial of Heart in the Art. This is just my references for everything I look at. So I had some ideas that I might play with for Snowgrave, like bounce lighting, rim lighting, silhouette lighting. I have a lot of ideas for that, but for this specifically, This, let's see, I was also looking at persona examples for how to keep hair feeling flowy, even though shadow and lighting can sometimes make it a little diluted. There we go. This is beautiful. I love this artwork that somebody did, which I wanted to play with the idea of, instead of using shadows as like on multiply, to add darker shading. I love that it's the contrast of saturation versus desaturation. Exactly what I talk about in my tutorial for color. So I'm a guess this is pretty much like a very really saturated pink against a very muted dark green or a grayish green. So it looks great because the complements are balancing each other. So I wanted to play with that. For Ralsei, he's going to most likely be in all green with some desaturation on his scarf. Susie's going to have some desaturation on her hair. And also to add more slickness to her hair, the texture right now is flat. Let's add some water to that and make it more dimensional. Texture-wise, we got to go in and put some blood on Ralsei's fur because it's just too clean and pristine. We got to gussy it up. So I want to add like some caked blood to his fur. I also want to add some caked blood to Susie's hand, maybe a little bit of a still, bleeding, so that's going to land on the piano key up here. And then Ralsei's tears right now are in line art, so let's actually make them look like tears. And the tear going through the hand I thought was going to be a fun, nice touch. That was a total happy accident, not even intentional. Happy accidents all day long happen in here. And then if anything, going into Kris's shading is going to be an interesting challenge because I wanted to somehow play with the lighting as well, because the shadows right now are just in multiply, but I would also like to show like how this is still lightly light. It's not dark, it's still lightened in shadow. I would love it if the part that's the vessel that I kind of showcased in here, if I take away, let's see, the multiply layer, if I take that off, the whole point I also wanted to show is like the vessel is still, we could possibly be still controlling the vessel. I have no idea. We're not going to Deltaruneify this episode, but is there a chance we could use this desaturation technique to our advantage to also add some storytelling of like what's actually going on, the hidden stuff and messaging behind the story. So anyway, I have about an hour before children start screaming. Their dinner time is about 5:30 and it's 4:28. So let's see how far we get. I'm going to just probably cut to when I start drawing because I wasn't planning to start, but I wanted to just capture Mochi being cute in my lap before I started drawing and actually get my references together. So I'll catch y'all in a second and I'll probably be quietly drawing. See you in a moment. Hi, I'm back. Just for a second. So one more thing I completely forgot to mention also. This is my style tab that I have basically a lot of different styles in. Oh, very original name. Bishamon from Naragami. I love that show. This is just different ways that artists have interpreted different things in life, and I love to look at anime references, but various styles give me just lots of different things to pull from. Specifically kind of went down a rabbit hole of how to keep, because I will say this, the only disadvantage to line art, as much as I love it, is the black of line art becomes the darkest parts of the picture, which kind of weigh everything down. And especially with hair, I want to somehow manage to keep it feeling light and airy, and Susie's hair should still feel thick and matted and wet with texture. Where is my hair tab? Here it is. This is real people with very thick Susie-esque hair, as well as how artists interpret hair. Again, there's a tab for everything, so I made a tab for hair, which is, maybe if I do a hair tutorial, it'll just be me explaining this, something like that. The, I guess, challenge is how do artists, especially manga artists that work in black and white, keep hair feeling as flowy as it is. Like, this is a beautiful composition. I love the gesture, I love the angle, but the line art is in black, but the final render, you take that line art away. And there's a lot of things artists have done where they color the line art a different shading, or they add like a rim light to it. The outside exterior is like white or mirroring the color of the shading, but sometimes people just mirror it completely and just go and color over the line art. I don't know how I want to do it, but when you're working in blacks, it basically works if that's all that's on camera. But if you're working in color, like specifically for this, now the line art is taking everything out of, like this black line art is now the darkest part of the image no matter how much shading I do. So I guess that's my other challenge. So we're going to play with that today, and I will shut up now. Thanks for checking in. Garbled way to wrap that up, but I'm never really good at organizing my thoughts anyway. Chowsers for now.